Hello everyone. Picture this. It's March 2017, and Nintendo is about to launch a product that industry experts are calling either brilliant or completely insane. The Nintendo Switch, a gaming console that transforms into a portable device. Why was this a big deal? Nintendo was coming off one of their biggest failures ever. The Wii U had sold only 13.6 million units worldwide, while competitors PlayStation and Xbox were dominating the living room. Meanwhile, mobile gaming was exploding, with millions playing games on smartphones instead of dedicated gaming devices. Nintendo's solution? Create something that had never existed before. A true hybrid that could deliver console-quality gaming both at home and on the go. Today, we'll explore how this risky bet became one of the most successful product launches in gaming history, selling over 129 million units and generating more than $50 billion in revenue. We'll examine Nintendo's product development process, analyze how they've managed the Switch through different lifecycle stages, and extract key lessons for managing any product from conception to maturity. Let's start with where great products begin, identifying the right problem to solve. Nintendo's approach to new product development perfectly illustrates what the textbook calls customer-centered new product development. The challenge Nintendo faced wasn't technical, it was behavioral. Gamers were increasingly time-constrained and mobility-focused, but they didn't want to compromise on game quality. Console games offered the best experiences but chained players to their living rooms. Portable games offered mobility but with inferior graphics and gameplay. Nintendo's internal idea generation process was fascinating. Their hardware and software teams worked together from day one, unlike many companies where these divisions operate in silos. They identified a core customer pain point. Why can't I take my console games anywhere? This wasn't just market research, it came from observing how people actually lived and gamed. The breakthrough insight combined Nintendo's decades of expertise in portable gaming with the growing demand for console-quality experiences. They realized that instead of choosing between home console or portable device, they could create both in one product. This exemplifies the textbook principle that the most successful new products solve major customer problems while offering compelling value propositions that existing products can't match. Nintendo's development journey took 6 years, from initial concept in 2011 to market launch in 2017. This timeline perfectly illustrates the systematic new product development process outlined in our textbook. The idea screening phase was crucial. Nintendo had to answer, can we actually merge console and portable gaming without compromising either experience? They evaluated technical feasibility, market potential, and competitive implications. Concept development involved creating a detailed vision, detachable controllers that could work both attached to a screen and independently, a docking system that would boost performance when connected to a TV, and a custom processor that could balance power consumption with gaming performance. Their business analysis projected 10 million units sold in the first year, a conservative estimate that reflected lessons learned from the Wii U's failure. They actually sold 14.9 million units, showing how difficult it is to predict demand for truly innovative products. The product development phase required creating entirely new technology. Nintendo partnered with NVIDIA to develop a custom Tegra processor and invented the Joy-Con controllers with their unique detachment mechanism and advanced motion sensors. Test marketing was limited but strategic. Demos at trade shows and developer feedback helped refine the final product. The commercialization phase featured a global launch coordinated with the release of Breath of the Wild, giving consumers a compelling reason to purchase immediately. Let's analyze the Switch using the 3 levels of product value from the textbook. Understanding these levels helps explain why some products succeed while others fail. The core customer value, the fundamental benefit, was gaming freedom. Nintendo wasn't just selling hardware, they were selling the ability to play anywhere, anytime, without compromising on game quality. This core benefit addressed a real lifestyle need. The actual product included tangible features: the hybrid console portable design, detachable Joy-Con controllers, a 6.2-inch touchscreen, and Nintendo's reputation for build quality and reliability. These features were carefully designed to deliver on the core promise. But the augmented product, the additional services and benefits, really set the Switch apart. Nintendo Switch Online provided cloud saves and classic games. The extensive game library grew to over 4,000 titles. Community features enabled sharing screenshots and gameplay moments. Regular system updates added new functionality long after purchase. This 3-level approach shows why Nintendo succeeded where others failed. They didn't just create good hardware, they built an entire ecosystem that enhanced the core gaming experience and created switching costs that retained customers over time. The lesson here is that successful products deliver value at all 3 levels, not just the obvious functional features. March 2017 marked the beginning of the Switch's introduction stage. This phase perfectly illustrates the challenges and strategies outlined in the product lifecycle framework. During the introduction stage, companies typically face negative profits due to high development costs and low sales volumes. Nintendo had invested over $1 billion in R&D over 6 years, plus manufacturing setup costs and massive marketing expenditures. The initial software library was limited, a common introduction stage challenge. Nintendo addressed this by ensuring Breath of the Wild was available at launch, giving consumers an immediate, compelling reason to buy. This killer app strategy is crucial during introduction when consumers are skeptical about new product categories. Nintendo's pricing strategy was premium at $299, positioned as delivering superior value compared to alternatives. They focused promotion on early adopters and Nintendo fans, the innovator and early adopter segments who were most likely to try something new. The results exceeded expectations. Nintendo sold 2.74 million units in the first month and 14.9 million units in the first 10 months. This success came from solving a real customer problem with a well-executed launch strategy that managed introduction stage risks effectively. The key lesson is that introduction stage success requires more than just a good product. It demands strategic pricing, compelling initial content, and focused targeting of the right customer segments. 2018 and 2019 represented the Switch's growth stage, characterized by rapid sales acceleration and expanding market acceptance. This phase demonstrates how companies can sustain and amplify early success. The growth drivers were exactly what the textbook predicts: expanding software library with titles like Super Mario Odyssey, Pokémon, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate attracted different customer segments. Families discovered the Switch's local multiplayer capabilities. Hardcore gamers appreciated console-quality portable gaming. Casual gamers found accessible, fun experiences. Third-party developers began supporting the platform as sales proved its viability. This created a virtuous cycle. More games attracted more customers. Larger customer base attracted more developers, leading to even more games. Nintendo's strategic response matched growth stage best practices. They maintained pricing power while ramping up manufacturing capacity to meet demand. They invested heavily in software development and marketing to sustain momentum. they expanded distribution channels globally to capture demand in all markets. Sales results were impressive: 17 million units in 2018 and 21 million in 2019. Profits increased dramatically as fixed development costs were spread across larger volumes, while manufacturing costs decreased due to scale efficiencies. This phase shows how companies must balance capturing current growth opportunities while building foundations for long-term success. Nintendo succeeded by continuously expanding their ecosystem rather than just riding initial success. By 2020, the Switch entered the maturity stage, facing the classic challenges outlined in our textbook: slowing growth rates, increased competition, and market saturation in core segments. Several factors indicated maturity stage arrival. Hardware sales growth began slowing as early adopters had already purchased. Competition intensified with new gaming options like cloud gaming services and mobile gaming advancement. The gaming market showed signs of overcapacity, with multiple platforms competing for consumer attention and developer support. Nintendo's response strategy perfectly illustrates textbook maturity stage tactics. They pursued market modification by identifying new user segments, including targeting health-conscious consumers with fitness games and educational users with learning applications. Product modification came through line extensions. The Switch Lite at $199 targeted budget-conscious consumers and dedicated portable gamers. The Switch OLED at $349 offered premium features for customers wanting enhanced experiences. Marketing mix modifications included competitive pricing strategies, increased focus on digital game distribution, and expanded promotional activities targeting different demographic segments. These strategies successfully extended the maturity stage rather than allowing decline to begin. The lesson is that maturity stage doesn't mean inevitable decline. Strategic companies can extend profitable maturity through systematic market, product, and marketing mix modifications. Nintendo's line extension strategy demonstrates sophisticated product line management principles. Rather than offering just one product, they created a family of related products targeting different customer segments and price points. The Switch Lite, launched in 2019, represented line filling, adding a product within the existing price range to capture different customer needs. At $199, it attracted budget-conscious buyers and dedicated portable gamers who didn't need TV connectivity. The handheld-only design offered longer battery life and lighter weight for portability-focused users. The Switch OLED, launched in 2021, represented upward line stretching. At $349, it commanded premium pricing while offering enhanced features: a larger 7-inch OLED display, improved dock design, and better audio. This captured customers willing to pay more for superior experiences. This three-product strategy covered the $199 to $349 price range, maximizing market coverage without internal cannibalization. Each product served distinct customer segments with different value propositions. The strategic result was extended product life cycle and broader market reach. This illustrates the textbook principle that effective product line management can significantly extend product life cycles while capturing additional market opportunities that single products cannot address. Nintendo's brand management exemplifies textbook's emphasis on brands as valuable assets that require careful cultivation and protection. The Switch brand positioning centered on gaming without boundaries, a clear, consistent message communicated across all customer touchpoints. This positioning differentiated Nintendo from competitors focused either on raw performance or casual gaming, establishing a unique market space. Customer experience management was crucial to brand success. The seamless transition between docked and portable modes delivered on the core brand promise. The intuitive user interface made gaming accessible to all family members. Strong customer service and support built trust and loyalty. Nintendo maintained consistent messaging across global markets while adapting to local preferences. In Japan, they emphasized portable commuting gaming. In Europe, they focused on family entertainment. In emerging markets, they highlighted value and accessibility. The results speak for themselves. Customer satisfaction scores consistently above 90%, strong word-of-mouth marketing, and exceptional brand loyalty. Customers don't just buy Nintendo products. They become Nintendo fans who eagerly anticipate new releases and recommend products to others. This demonstrates how successful brands create emotional connections with customers that go beyond functional product benefits. Strong brand management becomes a sustainable competitive advantage that's difficult for competitors to replicate. The Switch's success attracted significant competitive response, illustrating how companies must defend market positions during growth and maturity stages. Major competitive challenges emerged from multiple directions. Valve's Steam Deck targeted PC gaming enthusiasts with a powerful handheld device. Mobile gaming continued growing with sophisticated games like Fortnite and PUBG Mobile. PlayStation and Xbox invested heavily in cloud gaming services that could potentially eliminate hardware requirements. Nintendo's defensive strategy demonstrates textbook competitive response principles. Exclusive content became their strongest moat. First-party titles like Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon games were unavailable on competing platforms, creating significant switching costs for existing customers. Ecosystem lock-in through Nintendo Switch. Online service provided additional retention benefits. Cloud saves, classic games, and online multiplayer created ongoing customer relationships beyond one-time hardware purchases. Continuous innovation through regular system updates and new features kept the platform fresh and competitive. Price protection ensured Nintendo maintained value positioning against both premium and budget competitors. The sustainable competitive advantage came from Nintendo's unique combination of innovative hardware design and exclusive intellectual property. This dual advantage is extremely difficult for competitors to replicate, providing long-term market protection. The lesson is that successful companies don't just launch good products, they continuously defend and enhance their market positions through strategic competitive responses. While the Switch remains successful, Nintendo must already plan for potential decline stage challenges to ensure long-term success. Several factors could trigger decline: aging hardware technology, next-generation console competition, and evolving consumer gaming preferences toward mobile or cloud-based experiences. Nintendo's prevention strategy focuses on extending the maturity stage while developing next-generation products. Continuous R&D investment ensures they're prepared for the next hardware generation. Backward compatibility planning protects existing customer investments. Service expansion grows digital revenue streams that are less dependent on hardware sales. International market expansion in developing countries provides new growth opportunities as mature markets saturate. The strategic goal is managing what the textbook calls creative destruction, systematically reinventing products before competitors can make them obsolete. This requires balancing current product profitability with future innovation investments. Companies that successfully avoid decline stage don't wait for problems to appear. They proactively address potential threats while products are still successful. Nintendo's approach shows how strategic planning can extend product life cycles indefinitely through continuous innovation and market expansion. Nintendo's global success demonstrates sophisticated international product and services marketing principles from the textbook. The company pursued a balanced standardization and adaptation strategy. Core hardware design remained identical worldwide to capture manufacturing economies and maintain consistent brand experience. Major software titles launched simultaneously across markets to prevent gray market imports and ensure global buzz. However, Nintendo adapted peripheral elements to local preferences. In Japan, marketing emphasized a portable mode for commuter gaming culture. European campaigns focused on family entertainment and local multiplayer. Cultural adaptation extended to software content. Japanese role-playing games appealed strongly to domestic audiences, while action-adventure titles performed better in Western markets. Nintendo ensured diverse game libraries that reflected regional preferences. The results validated this balanced approach. 129 million units sold across over 100 countries, with strong performance in both mature gaming markets like Japan and the United States, and developing markets across Asia and Latin America. This international success illustrates how companies can achieve global scale while respecting local market differences. The key is identifying which elements should be standardized for efficiency and which should be adapted for local relevance. Nintendo's evolution from a hardware-focused company to a platform ecosystem demonstrates the digital transformation trends reshaping many industries. The traditional model was simple: sell hardware once, sell physical games multiple times. The current model is much more sophisticated. Build an ecosystem platform generating multiple revenue streams, including hardware, software, digital services, and ongoing subscriptions. Digital revenue growth has been dramatic. Nintendo Switch online subscribers exceed 36 million, generating recurring revenue. Digital game sales now represent over 50% of total software revenue, with higher profit margins than physical distribution. Downloadable content and expansion packs extend game life cycles and increase customer lifetime value. This transformation aligns with broader industry trends toward service-based business models. Instead of one-time transactions, companies build ongoing customer relationships that generate recurring revenue and higher lifetime value. The strategic implication is profound. Nintendo has transitioned from selling products to building platforms. This creates stronger customer relationships, more predictable revenue streams, and higher barriers to competitive entry. Nintendo's innovation philosophy offers important lessons for managing new product development in any industry. Their core principle, lateral thinking with withered technology, means using proven, affordable technology in unexpected ways rather than pursuing cutting-edge specifications. The Switch used a modified mobile processor rather than expensive custom silicon, focusing innovation on the hybrid concept rather than raw performance. This customer-centered approach prioritizes gameplay innovation over technological advancement. While competitors focused on 4K graphics and processing power, Nintendo solved mobility problems that actually mattered to consumers. Current R&D investments focus on next-generation hybrid technology, potential VR and AR integration, mobile console ecosystem connections, and sustainable manufacturing processes. These investments balance technological advancement with practical consumer benefits. The innovation process emphasizes cross-functional teams, rapid prototyping, extensive user testing, and iterative development. This systematic approach reduces development risks while ensuring customer needs remain central to decision-making. Nintendo's success shows that innovation doesn't require the most advanced technology. it requires the best application of appropriate technology to solve real customer problems. This principle applies across industries and company sizes. Modern product management must consider social responsibility and environmental impact. Nintendo addresses environmental concerns through multiple initiatives. Sustainable packaging reduces material waste and uses recyclable components. Energy-efficient hardware design minimizes power consumption during gaming and standby modes. Recycling programs help consumers dispose of old gaming hardware responsibly. Product safety and quality considerations are paramount in consumer electronics. Nintendo conducts rigorous durability testing, uses child-safe materials and design principles, complies with global safety regulations, and includes parental controls for responsible gaming. These considerations reflect broader stakeholder expectations beyond just customers and shareholders. Environmental groups monitor electronics companies' sustainability efforts. Regulators enforce safety and quality standards. Parents demand responsible gaming features. The business case for social responsibility is increasingly clear. Sustainable practices reduce long-term costs. Safety and quality prevent costly recalls and lawsuits, and responsible corporate behavior enhances brand reputation and customer loyalty. Let's examine the numbers behind Nintendo's product success, which validate the strategic decisions we've discussed. The financial impact has been extraordinary. Hardware sales of 129 million units at an average price of approximately $280 generated over $36 billion in revenue. Software sales exceeded 1.1 billion games, generating additional billions in revenue. Nintendo Switch online subscriptions are growing at over 20% annually, providing recurring revenue streams. From a profitability analysis perspective, Nintendo's initial investment of approximately $1 billion in R&D over 6 years paid off remarkably quickly. They reached break-even within 18 months of launch and currently maintain profit margins above 25% on hardware and 70% on software. Return on the investment has been exceptional. The Switch has generated over $50 billion in lifetime revenue against the $1 billion development investment. This represents one of the most successful product launches in entertainment industry history. Let's synthesize the key strategic lessons from Nintendo's success that apply to managing any product through its life cycle. First, customer-centered development is crucial. Nintendo succeeded because they solved real customer problems rather than pursuing technological advancement for its own sake. The hybrid concept addressed genuine lifestyle needs that existing products couldn't meet. Second, ecosystem thinking creates sustainable advantages. Nintendo didn't just build hardware, they built a platform that generates ongoing value through software, services, and community features. This approach creates higher switching costs and customer lifetime value. Third, continuous innovation prevents premature decline. Regular system updates, new game releases, and hardware variations keep products fresh and competitive throughout their life cycles. Companies that rest on initial success often face rapid obsolescence. Fourth, global-local balance optimizes market coverage. Standardizing core benefits while adapting peripheral elements allows companies to achieve economies of scale while respecting local market preferences. Finally, financial discipline balances innovation, investment, with profitability requirements. Nintendo's success came from strategic resource allocation that funded necessary innovation while maintaining healthy margins. These principles apply whether you're managing consumer electronics, professional services, or any other product category. The fundamentals of understanding customer needs, systematic development processes, and strategic lifecycle management remain consistent across industries. Even successful products face ongoing challenges that require strategic management attention. Nintendo currently confronts several maturity stage pressures. The Switch's hardware technology is now over 7 years old, creating performance gaps compared to newer gaming devices. Competition from mobile gaming and cloud gaming services continues intensifying. Supply chain disruptions and component cost increases pressure profit margins. Market saturation in core demographics limits organic growth opportunities. Future strategic decisions will determine the Switch's continued success. When should Nintendo launch a Switch successor? How can they maintain backward compatibility to protect customer investments? Should Nintendo expand beyond gaming into broader entertainment? What customer segments remain untapped for growth? The strategic challenge is classic: balancing maximization of current product profits, exclusive software content, and strong brand management, while adapting to changing competitive dynamics and consumer preferences. The lesson for any company is that success creates new challenges that require different strategies than those that achieved initial success. Understanding how competitive landscapes evolve helps predict future strategic challenges and opportunities. Nintendo's current competitive advantages remain strong. The unique hybrid form factor still hasn't been successfully copied. Exclusive intellectual property provides sustainable differentiation. Strong developer ecosystem ensures continuing software support, and premium brand positioning maintains pricing power. However, emerging threats could reshape the gaming industry. Cloud gaming services potentially reduce hardware importance by streaming games to any device. Mobile gaming captures increasing casual market share with sophisticated free-to-play experiences. PC handhelds like the Steam Deck target core gamers with open ecosystems. Subscription gaming models challenge traditional ownership approaches. Nintendo's strategic response must balance defending current strengths while adapting to industry evolution. The broader lesson is that competitive advantages are temporary unless continuously reinforced and evolved. Companies must monitor competitive landscapes for both direct threats and indirect disruption from adjacent industries or new business models. Let's conclude by reviewing how Nintendo's Switch success demonstrates the key principles of excellent product management covered in our textbook. Nintendo exemplified innovation by solving real customer problems with their hybrid design rather than pursuing technology for its own sake. They followed systematic new product development processes that managed risks while ensuring customer needs remained central to decision-making. Their launch strategy effectively positioned the Switch and provided compelling initial content that drove early adoption. Growth management expanded markets and built ecosystem advantages that sustained momentum. Maturity stage strategies, including product line extensions and continuous improvements, extended the product lifecycle. International expansion balanced standardization and adaptation to optimize global market coverage while respecting local preferences. The bigger picture lesson is that successful product management requires understanding customer needs, systematic development processes, strategic lifecycle management, and continuous adaptation to changing market conditions. These principles apply whether you're managing smartphones, professional services, consumer goods, or any other product category. The fundamentals remain consistent. Solve real customer problems, follow proven development processes, manage products strategically through their life cycles, and continuously innovate to stay relevant. Your challenge as future business leaders is applying these principles in your own industries and organizations. What customer problems could you solve? How would you manage products through their life cycles? What innovations could create competitive advantages? The Nintendo Switch shows what's possible when companies execute these principles exceptionally well. Now it's your turn to create the next generation of successful products and services. The last two slides show the key concepts from chapters 8 and 9. These are the concepts that you should pay close attention to when reading the textbook. Thank you, and keep up the good work.